name's Mark. My wife is Maureen, and we have 3 biological children. Mariah's on my right, Isaiah's right behind me, and then Mikhail is right behind me as well. And we just came through adopting Olivia Jalissa. We are delighted to be able to tell a little bit of our story and how this all happened. We first found out of Active Love through friends of ours. My cousin had adopted, my cousin and her husband had adopted a little girl from y'all through Active Love a few years ago. Had a very positive experience, and they were kind of mentors for us through this experience. They really encouraged us to adopt. They were really supportive and helped us a lot. And through them is where we found out through Active Love, and then we connected and moved forward through that. We did have a, of course it took us several months to get all the paperwork done and be ready to be matched, but then March of last year we got the email from Carlene actually, and telling us that we were ready to go, we were approved, and then of course the letter saying that we were approved. That was the day of celebration. We were on vacation actually down in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, when we got the phone call that we're approved, everything's done, we're being ready to be matched now. That was a great milestone, and there were so many little milestones to this whole thing. It's the first time you start, and then you find an agency you're comfortable with. Then you look forward to getting your homesteading done, and then it's a thing of homesteading's done now we just need to approve it, then that's approved, and then we wait to be matched with a birth mom. And the first time a situation comes, it's unreal, because you don't know how to express to that birth mom that she's going through an incredible experience. She's giving up something and considering us, and that's really different to feel someone's looking at us and wanting to place their child with us potentially. That's an incredible feeling. It's a great feeling, but it is a good feeling. That happened in March, and then we waited. It was about 14 months later when we were finally matched, and we don't know exactly why it took so long. We know that God had a reason for it, and we're convinced that Olivia belongs in our family. We are delighted that she's here. I mean, you need to tell them a little bit about how we visited here a couple weeks ago.
The one thing I would like to tell all the couples out there that are looking to adopt, when you're waiting to be matched, it feels like forever. And the agency used to tell me that once it's the right one, you'll know. And I just want to echo that the wait, it's worth the wait. And it's hard waiting that long. It's really hard, but it is so worth it, and God will bring the right baby to you. And I know it was a little bit of a drawback as well for some of the birth moms that we had 3 biological children already, but I know they're going to be amazing siblings to her, and she will be loved beyond words.
About 3 weeks ago, it was a bit of a unique situation. We're from Ohio, so we're a little bit further away than a lot of couples might be. But we were out here in Wyoming actually for our anniversary. Our anniversary is the 22nd of May, but we weren't able to come at that time, so we scheduled a short trip to Jackson Hole, Wyoming as an anniversary celebration a few weeks early. While we were there, we realized that we were fairly close to the agency, so we thought we'd come down and visit. And as we made plans for this visit, they told us of a situation that was up and coming, and so which was actually Olivia. So we came down, we visited with Kathy and Jill and Tara Lee. We left feeling really excited to be able to connect with someone at the agency, but a little disappointed that we weren't able to actually be able to talk to the birth mom. That was the birth mom's choice. And
the birth mom, what her preferences was, we didn't match any of them except one.
Yeah,
there was one that we matched, but the other preferences, we didn't match it. She wanted a family in Utah, just different things. And so we were like, well, there's no hope on that one.
But it seemed so right, because the baby was actually due to be born on our anniversary, which was also Maureen's dad's passed away when she was 13. It was her dad's birthday.
And it was the birth mom's birthday.
Birth mom's birthday. So all these things kind of were like, okay, God, this has to happen. But we went home, and Well, we didn't go home. We were ready to leave home, for home. We got to the airplane. We kept praying about the situation, thinking, God, this is just such a perfect fit. We were on the airplane, backing away from the gate, and our phone rings. Maureen's phone rings, and it's Tara Lee from the office.
And I'm supposed to have my phone off already.
And so she hits silence. Tara Lee calls right back. And Maureen hits silence, and she just texts Tara Lee, and I'll let you tell the story there.
I just texted her back and I said, hey, we are pushing away from the gate. I said, I'll call you as soon as we land. I said, but it's a 3-hour flight. And she texted me back and she said, I think the exact words were, you're having a
baby girl May 22nd.
You have a baby girl May 22nd. And I had to do a double take. I looked at my text and I looked at it again and I couldn't breathe, and I handed the phone over to Mark because I couldn't talk. I was so excited.
It was good that we had no one else. We had 3 seats, and we had the 2 window and aisle seat, and no one was in the middle. If it would have been, he would have been wondering what would happen, because
well, I think the people around us were wondering
yeah.
anyway what was happening back there.
We spent the next, we couldn't get any details. We just knew through text that we were matched and we're having a baby the 22nd.
Yeah.
And so there was all sorts of planning and thinking, and this was about a week, about 10 days before the scheduled C-section. So it was had to happen really quick. We went home and just, of course, our family and friends were all excited about it. And flurry of activities into getting out here. Came out here and were able to experience this, connect with the birth mom some after the baby was born. Baby was born and had to spend some time in the NICU unit because of some respiratory issues. But so those first days were a bit hard, especially stretching. Our kids were out here. But those we wouldn't trade those for anything. We loved that time. It was in a unique way that enabled Maureen to bond with Olivia in a way that we couldn't otherwise.
By being in the hospital.
Yeah, because she was in the hospital all day long, and that was really special. And so it all worked out. It was fun. It was a challenge. Moving forward, it was hard work. Much harder than having biological children, but
much harder.
But so much fun, and it is so worth it. I just feel so blessed and unworthy to be able to bring this child up in our family.
Yeah,
it's a lot of fun. We were very happy with Active Love. They answered our questions.
Tara Lee was great.
Tara Lee was great.
And Jill is awesome as well.
Yeah, she really did good. Yeah. And Carlene helped us through the paperwork, and once we were approved, we were handed off to Tara Lee, which then would give the situations to us. And throughout the whole thing, it was seamless. It was great. We loved it. And like I said, we came to Active Love through referral through another friend of ours, and that was a positive experience. We didn't know going into it. We didn't know where do you start. I mean, the paperwork is overwhelming. The questions are intrusive, and like giving out your personal history and history of your everyone to anybody out there, but it is so worth it. It's just a lot of fun.